Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Well, peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Alright, this lesson is going to be on the blood moon, which is on July 27th to July 28th, 2018. Alright, so basically a little less than a month from now. Alright. And I'm going to read this article, and it goes into what some, Christian doomsday preacher was saying. But we know Christianity ain't the truth, and that, that these preachers ain't got it. But some of the things that he said, if you have the spirit of discernment, you can pick out what he said and really see the importance of it. All right. And I personally, speaking as a man, I feel that hell could break loose. Well, first of all, it could break loose any day, but I feel like it could break loose, on that day or, soon after. All right. I feel like big things will happen this month, though, in July. Kahalayim Light Halbash Shai. In July, big things will happen. All right. But I will just have to see. All these tariffs and these trade wars that are beginning to initiate are all going to strike America, and it's all going to take a toll on America's infrastructure and economy. All right. But this is on express.co.uk. And it says, Blood Moon 2018 prophecy, July eclipse will trigger end of the world. But here's something that we need to know before we get into this. All right. The world is not going to end to an extent. All right. The whole planet is not going to get destroyed and this and that. Oh, the rapture, people are going to float up. That's not no. Okay. The elect, which are 12,000 of each tribe, which make up 144,000 because there's 12 tribes, are going to get beamed up, and the 1/3 are going to get beamed up by the chariots of Israel, which are so-called UFOs, all right, right before the nuclear missiles hit, all right, and because since they're all over the world, but mainly America, they'll get beamed up, though, all right, which, before we go into that, I might as well get these precepts first. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We see that Esau is in rulership, and we see that America is crumbling, all right, which is Babylon, okay, the mystery Babylon, and it's also Sodom and Gomorrah and Egypt and Rome and all these reincarnated, all right, just as we are reincarnated. So it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, all right. So really what this means is Esau is going to be taken out of rulership, and the Israelites, the righteous, are going to be put back on top. Okay, it's not talking about the whole earth being destroyed, man. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So the righteous are going to be saved at the last second. Okay? Which, I'll read this too. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay? So you have to have trust and faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and this goes hand in hand because the elect, in the 1/3 remnant of Israel that wasn't destroyed, because 2/3 of our people have to die, they'll be scarcely delivered. Okay, all Israel will inherit the kingdom, but 2/3 have to die on this side. Okay. Now I'm gonna get one more, and then I'm gonna go back to the article. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh! To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. So you see Christians and bug out, people that know they're Israelites, but they're with bug out doctrines. They're extremely carnal, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Are these false prophets and these Christians, these other religions? Okay, they're all, they all want the end to come, but it says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? Because they're going to get destroyed in those days, man. And for you heathens that are, you want the Messiah to return, first of all, when he returns, you're going to realize he looks completely opposite from how you probably imagined him. All right, because according to the scriptures, he's a so-called Negro, all right, with white woolly hair and skin the color of burnt brass. All right, so he's a dark-skinned man with a woolly white hair. Okay, and he's coming back for vengeance. Okay, and on top of that, you heathens are going into slavery. So why would you want the end of your kingdom? Because heaven and hell are conditions. Okay, you heathens, especially you so-called white people, collectively, other than confusion of faces, you Edomites, are in your heaven, man. You're in rulership, so why would you want the end to come? All right? As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right, so you can't escape, man. All right, and you're, you escape one thing, then something else is gonna bite you in the ass. All right, but anyways, getting back to, I'm gonna go to what I was at first, just so I have it, up on the screen right away. Okay. Blood Moon 2018 prophecy, July eclipse will trigger end of the world, shock claim. The 2018 July blood moon eclipse is a biblical sign of the end times apocalypse, which we are in the end times, according to a prominent Christian doomsday preacher, which it's not according to him. They're trying to give him credit. It's according to the scriptures. All right, the scriptures is saying we're in the end times. All the things that it's saying, that would happen in the last days is happening now. So it's not according to him. It's according to the Bible. The Bible is what says we're in the end. All right. I may be reading the scriptures, but I didn't write them. All right. I'm just reading what the great men before me wrote, which, I was there during those times, and we don't know who we were, but that's not the point. All right. I didn't write them, so I'm reading them. Right. I'm reading the prophecies. So, but all glory and praises go to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and the men that wrote those scriptures would say the same thing. All right, all glory and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So it's not according to him, it's according to Yahweh's will. All right, we're in the last days. Okay? The July blood moon will illuminate the night skies with an eerie red glow on the night of July 27th to July 28th, next month. All right, which it's heavy because I looked it up, and it won't be viewable from North America, I don't think. America won't be able to see it, and Canada, which is heavy because, well, I think it's just basically North America. The main one that won't see it is America. All right, like the North American continent. So that's heavy because America is going to get destroyed. All right. On the night of the eclipse, scattered sunlight in the atmosphere will paint the moon red, but conspiracy theorists fear the eclipse is an apocalyptic sign from the heavens, and we've gotten many of these signs from the heavens. All right, lots of these blood moons and different eclipses and all that are signs of the heavens. Okay. skip down to right here. This is the, I'm going to kind of pick, the main points. In the video that the guy made, he said, "Are you serious? The blood moon that's coming July 27, 2018 will be the longest blood moon of the century, and it's happening on the 70th year of Israel as a nation." And those are not the real Israelites, by the way. "Also, the year Jerusalem has been declared the capital and eternal city of God," which the true name of God is Yahweh, which means he exists. The true name of his son is Yahweh Shai, which means he delivers. All right. This is such a prophetic day because even Mars will be at its closest proximity to the Earth than it's been in 15 years, and all the planets are aligned on one side. All right. Now he goes into, something that's unrelated. All right. The scriptures, when it's talking about, the earth shaking, in the last days and stuff, and smoke filling the skies, stuff like that, for the most part, that's talking about nuclear missiles, all right, destroying America, because there's going to be about 200 million missiles shot, man, all right, and most of them are going to hit America and just lay it desolate. Now, Hawaii, the epicenter of apocalypse right now, that volcano just won't stop, and scientists are not sure if it ever will, and you've seen a lot of volcanoes begin to erupt, all right? And we just recently, a couple of days ago, had a second volcano in the Galapagos Islands that exploded with an eruption. I'm pretty sure there was another one too, all right? And there's also been some earthquakes. But what does the Bible say about these apocalyptic events, and how does a blood moon play into the prophecy? All right, see, now, that's where we just stopped. We picked out what he is. Well, we'll come back to it, but let's go to the scriptures. Well, let me rephrase what it said there. But what does the Bible say about these apocalyptic events, and how does a blood moon play into that prophecy? Well, something that they didn't bring up in this article, I don't think, is Joel. All right? Because, a lot of Christians don't understand that a good portion of the Old Testament still hasn't happened yet. Okay, this is Joel, and this is basically the time that we're in. All right, Joel chapter 2. I'm going to